Hello, may I welcome you to the Greater Derrysland Local Ministry Area Facebook group. I may have the email of Mick the Vic, but I am certainly not Mick the Media Man, high-tech savvy vicar. It's my wife Ruth actually who can do all of this. Well, on behalf of my colleague Reverend Diana and myself, may I welcome you to this Facebook and hope that you're all keeping well at this particular time. I hope that this Facebook will be a means of us keeping in touch with each other and, well, I can use the phrase, the more the merrier. So the more people that join it, the better. I have until this weekend been in self-isolation because my daughter, who is fine now, has had tonsillitis and a high temperature. And can I just thank all those in Solva Surgery for helping us out. Like a large number of people, I have been in self-isolation before for a period of 6 months. This was at the end of the last century when I was serving in the army with the Royal Regiment of Wales as their padre. It is now the Royal Welsh Regiment. And we did a tour of duty in Bosnia as in a part of the world which was devastated by conflict. Many in the regiment were young men and women separated from loved ones for the first time. Many would spend 6 months in a variety of fortified camps, some no bigger than 2 football pitches, some on very small outposts with only 4 or 5 other soldiers to keep them company. I was very fortunate in being able to be mobile, visiting troops at various locations. What I quickly learnt was that, as a race, we are pretty resilient. Yes, soldiers can be rough and tough, but also very caring. As a regiment, we became a family, learning to put up with each other's faults and failings. Little things can often irritate, but all of this was put aside. What was foremost was the well-being of our brothers and sisters in the regiment and those strangers whom we were sent to protect and look after. As a regiment, we bonded together in this common cause, each soldier having a vital role to play if we were all to survive and succeed in our mission. I can always remember how the little things made a difference. Do you want a brew, Padre? When I visited a variety of locations. The delight on soldiers' faces in remote, isolated locations when I took them mail from home. Communication then, as now, so important to morale. You only had to go outside of secure camps to realise how fragile life can be, albeit a horror which was inflicted sadly by our own stupidity and our own behaviour of mankind. Today, we need now more than ever to be a family. I am thrilled to see and hear of all the kindness of individuals and communities, how we care for each other. Let's all make an effort, regardless of how long it may take, to help each other. If we can only telephone one person a day, it will make a difference. Yes, we've all heard of selfish stories, but the vast majority of people are kind and caring. And this gives us all great hope. We're all grateful and aware of the selfless commitment and courage of all in the NHS, and also for all those who are continuing to work so that we can be provided for. All of us can just spend a moment each day saying thank you quietly in our own prayers for the NHS, for all those involved in farming, for all those who are involved in transportation, and for all who are working in the shops. Let's do our own and very special best to help and support those who are putting us first. On Sunday, Reverend Diana and myself will put a little service together. I will say a few words and then Reverend Diana will do a short communion service. I hope that this Facebook page will be a means of us keeping in communication with each other and helping to look after and to serve each other. From Reverend Diana and myself, may I wish you all the best. As I said, I am maybe Mick the Vic as a Facebook name, but Mick the Media Man I am certainly not. I would just like to end with a quotation which I've got written down in one of my diaries from many years ago. Having God in your boat does not mean you will not face any storm, but it means that no storm can sink your boat. Having God in your boat does not mean you will not face any storm, but it means that no storm can sink your boat. Let's all stick together, let's all communicate, be in contact, and do our best to look after each other within our own communities. All the best for now from myself and Reverend Diana. Look after yourselves and keep well indeed. Take care, all my love.